Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, Bass Fishing Galaxy. You know what day it is? It's Wednesday night, and it's time for another edition of the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. It's time for Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television. Yes. Now you see where I'm coming from. Now you're getting it. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and again, man, I mean, January. We're kicking it off. This is episode 3 of season 4 of Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television. If you were just finding out about us, which seems to be happening every day, which is pretty cool. You know, we're the new kids on the block with a bunch of hits.
With a frozen smile.
But I like Chinese food. It doesn't make me sick. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But
I love that song.
Dude, I mean, there's all kinds of great things going on. We got 3 leagues. FLW, first derb of the year, out of the way. Boom. The BPT going on right now. And then the highly anticipated 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series coming up very soon. There it is. We're all excited about it. So we're having a little Elite Series Showcase Showdown tonight. And coming on first is, we used to refer to Wesley Strader as the Denzel Washington of bass fishing.
Always.
Yes, the man on fire. But I think that now the new reigning man on fire has to be Brandon Lester, and he's coming on first. Yes. Yes, no relation to Wesley Strader, except in their awesomeness. Right. Or Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
They are not related to him either. Just clearing up the record.
They are now.
Clearing it up. Then coming on, a guy I'm excited to have on the show. He is the new publicist for the Bassmaster Elite Series, 2K19. Gettys Brannon is coming on the show for the first time ever. Plus, it's going to be chock full of special guest stars. You just never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to show up on this show.
Or who's not going to show up.
Or who's not going to show up. But speaking of showing up, first... this guy, Yukon Popcorn Cornelius III Eusephus B. Grant Sophocles.
Junior.
Yes. Bocephus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I just realized? I'm looking at myself here, and no one can tell when I'm smiling because my mustache gets in the way.
When you're smiling. Oh,
so I probably shouldn't make sarcastic
smiling.
Comments because everyone's going to think I'm serious.
They'll think it like that's the same thing that happened.
I'm going to be very real.
Raleigh Fingers never talked for that reason.
No, he let his pitching do the talking.
That's right. He let the music do the talking like
Chin
Aerosmith.
music.
Like
Yes.
Aerosmith did. Exactly.
That's right.
Hey, guess what? I got something exciting to tell you.
What do you got?
Guess what?
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Lord of the Dark Web. He's the OG hip-hop fisherman. Ladies and gentlemen, it's JP. Hi.
That's not JP.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. Where's JP?
Did he not make it?
JP? Is he downstairs?
I think he's frozen.
Is he eating the leftover meatloaf again?
Man, when you open up, I got the stuff with me.
Who?
Dave,
JP.
Open up.
You know what I'm talking about. JP. He's not here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, JP High is, if you do not know, it's actually negative 45 degrees with a wind chill here in the Chicago metropolitan area. And JP is trapped in his high-rise deluxe apartment in the sky overlooking the South Shores of Lake Michigan. But he is still handling the chat board tonight. So with that, he will be fielding your questions to Brandon Lester and Gettys Brannon, as well as picking the winner of the Stray Cast giveaway tonight, courtesy of Bravarni Baits. It's easy. You know, if you watch Stray Cast, you win stuff every week. All you got to do is like and share the live Facebook feed. Like and share the live Facebook feed. Nicole Dorr, Bass Fishing Supermodel. She's off tonight, so JP's giving it away.
JP, the hip-hop supermodel.
The OG hip-hop supermodel.
That's right.
He's giving it away. So it's real easy. Want to remind you, like and share the live Facebook feed, and you get a chance at the end of the show to win $50 worth of Bravarni swim jigs. It's that easy. And with that being said, I bring to you the red recluse spider, the maestro. The tongue like a razor, the switchblade knife. Gettys Brannon. Europe, give it up for the one and only Jincha Ninja.
That was intense.
That was crazy.
Jesus.
My God, I had a seizure. I had
Laser
a damn
tongue devil.
seizure during that intro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell happened. Wow. So did I get everything done? Did I cover everything? Are we there, Ginge?
You got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Amazing. 2 minutes left. So here's the
up?
deal. With the dawn of the new age of bass fishing,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Whitaker,
Yes.
and I'm going to ask this question later.
Okay.
If one bass fisherman had the capability to save the sport of bass fishing from destruction from aliens, what bass fisherman would that be? Don't answer.
Okay.
Keep it in your mind. Put
in
the
my
power poles down. Don't go anywhere. I'm Pat Renwick. We'll be right back with Brandon Lester.
Step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 BASS Angler of the Year Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA. Designed and engineered to be perfect, Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
Hey guys, Micah Frazier here. I've got a bait from War Eagle Baits called the Buzz Toad. Big thing lately has been putting a toad style bait on a buzz bait, and preferably it's my favorite way to fish one. This bait here's got a quick planing head, a great hook, and it squeals right out of the package. The body of this bait is big and bulky, so it allows you to skip it. It planes quicker than a skirted bait would. In my opinion, it's just the way to fish a buzz bait. So y'all check this thing out. It's pretty awesome.
All right. Pretty good, pretty neat. Welcome back to Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and right now I'm pretty excited about having this dude on the show for the first time. And I did a little R&D, a little research and development, and I asked around amongst his peers. And basically, the premise of the conversation was, who should I get on the show from the Elite Series that I haven't had on? And the unanimous answer was this gentleman right here. I want you to give it up. Loud studio audience round of applause for Brandon Lester. Boom. Boom.
Thank you.
What's going on, dude? Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, man. I'm excited about this.
Good. So are we. We're excited to have you on, man. And I mean, and we referred to you. We used to. May I back up and say we used to refer to Wesley Strader as the Denzel Washington of bass fishing, the man on fire. But now that is you. You are the man on fire. I mean, you really are. Dude, the last 5 derbs, nothing under 5th place, right?
Yeah, that's crazy to think about, man. I to be honest, I hadn't even really thought about it. And then the other night, Ronnie Moore came over after the tournament, and he wanted to shoot a photo gallery of some of my baits I used in the tournament. And he's like, dude, do you realize this is 5 in a row, 5th place or better? I was like, dang. That's a pretty good little run. I hope I can keep that going.
That's awesome. And let me give you a tip here, too. If Ronnie Moore ever comes over to do a photo shoot with you, always keep your shirt on, okay? Just letting you know.
It's important.
Just letting you know.
Oh, my goodness.
We love Ronnie, though. In fact, I'll let it out of the bag. Ronnie's not feeling too well. He was actually going to give you a grandiose intro on tonight's show, but he's a little under the weather. So.
Well, I hope he gets to feeling better soon.
Yeah, me too. He's got a lot of ahead of him there. He's still got a lot of wood to get on the bat. You know what I mean? I mean wood to get on the ball. Yep. The wood's on the bat.
Right.
It's already there. But seriously, man, I mean, you are just knocking it out of the park. And the momentum is there. We always hear, everyone always says it, momentum is everything in bass fishing. And you're certainly the ball's rolling, okay? We could say that for sure. So what I want to know from you here, Brandon, is I kind of want to get a little bit of history from you on yourself. And I want you to, I'm going to give you basically 3 little parts, and I want you to listen to these parts, this timeline of your life, and then answer after I talk to you about them. Now get comfortable, all right? Let's get comfortable. Brandon Lester, comfortable. Are you comfortable? Right. You feeling good?
Yep, I'm good.
Are you relaxed?
Yeah.
This is the Brandon Lester relaxation music. I hope you enjoy it. Here it is. Brandon, I want you to think about when you first realized you loved fishing. Whoa, okay. Boom. That's the shotgun. When you first realized you love fishing.
Hits you hard.
Then I want you to tell us about when you first realized you wanted to be a pro. Oh, okay, there's that one. Now you realize you want to be a professional angler. Third thing, third stage. From 2012, when you fished your first BASS derb, up until the present. Boom. Those are the 3 stages. So when you first realized you loved fishing, when you first realized you wanted to be a pro, and from 2012 until now. Tell us a little bit about it in your own words, Brandon.
Okay. When I first realized I loved fishing, I don't even know, and I'm being honest to goodness truth here, I don't even know if I can remember back that far. I mean, I was, there's no real point in time that really sticks out in my mind. I mean, fishing was what I did and all I thought about and all I wanted to do since as long as I can remember. I mean, that's the honest to goodness truth. I grew up fishing ponds, creeks, rivers, and fishing for whatever, bluegill, catfish, crappie, stripers. I grew up fishing for all that stuff. I just love the sport of fishing. And my dad and my granddad were the ones that really got me into that. And I kind of took this whole getting into the next question. When did I know that I wanted to be a professional bass fisherman? I can remember in elementary school,
Nice.
they always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Honest to goodness, I said, I want to be a professional bass fisherman.
That's awesome.
And they just kind of look at you sideways, like, is that really even a thing?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
But That's the honest to goodness truth. I really did. It's all I've ever dreamed of, all I've ever wanted, and for some reason I'm one of the chosen few that it's worked out. And it's taken a lot of hard work to get here, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't trade for the world, for sure.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. And then that kind of, let's just jump forward. Now we're at 2012, and you're fishing your first Bass Derby ever, ironically at the Harris Chain where you just left.
Yeah.
And take it from there, like 2012 to now, to Brandon Lester
Right.
now.
So in 2012, I went to college at UT Chattanooga. Got done with college. I decided I wanted to come back home, start a job, and I wanted to fish the Bassmaster Opens for a couple of years and just see if I could make it. I just wanted my shot. And that was my game plan, So I went to work at a local factory here in my hometown, an injection molding factory, driving a tow motor every day. That's what I did.
Okay.
And I got 3 weeks of vacation a year, and I used those 3 weeks of vacation a year to fish the Bassmaster Opens.
Nice.
The first year, 2012, I think I finished 24th in the Angler of the Year, which was not terrible, but you had to finish top 5 in order to qualify for the Elite Series. So my second year, 2013, I ended up winning the Southern Opens points title that year. So that qualified me for the 14 Elite Series. And that gave me my shot, in my eyes. And kind of the rest is history, man. I've just been very fortunate. It's just kind of worked out.
And I mean no disrespect by this, but you kind of fly under the radar, man. It's like you're like a silent assassin or a stalker. You know what I mean? But you've been pouncing lately, bro.
Stalker?
Yeah, I don't know.
Stealth bomber.
Stealth bomber. Yeah,
There you
stalker sounds bad. You're not a stalker.
Unless you're stalking bad.
But
bad
you know
stalker.
what I mean, man. You're a bass stalker. You're coming at him, dude. It's pretty cool.
And that's kind of my personality, I mean, I don't want to label myself as an introvert, but I'm not one of those guys that's going to yell and scream and hang off the rafters. I'm just not that kind. I try to stay, pretty cool, calm, collected, consistent. That's kind of the way I am.
I like
it's just my personality.
I like it. So what I interpreted from your story there, basically from the 2012 on, that you were very hungry to achieve and to make that dream come to fruition. Now,
absolutely,
what I see these days is a lot of fishermen want to be professional bass fishermen. Okay? And that's an amazing dream, but I don't see all the hunger that I may have seen in the past. And what I mean by this is, you guys, even like let's take for you, for example, Brandon Palaniuk, for example, Seth Feider, for example. They did everything they could to pay those entry fees and compete. All right, that's before they were driving around, with $10,000 rims on their truck. Okay, now you got guys that are already driving around with $10,000 rims, but don't have money to pay entry fees, and they wonder why. Do you see this, what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%. I mean, there's no doubt, and I don't want to bash anybody by saying this, but I get Facebook messages all the time from guys that, man, I want to be a pro bass fisherman. I want to be a pro bass. How do I do it? How do I get sponsors? And the number one thing I tell them, I never tried to get my first sponsor until I qualified for the Elite Series.
Gotcha.
It's irrelevant. In my eyes, if as big as you ever want to get is the Bassmaster Opens, then go for it. Go ahead and get some sponsors. But in my eyes, until you qualify for the Elite Series and you have a reason for sponsors to, step it up with you, I think. And another thing too, I think there's so much stuff out there on YouTube nowadays. People can go to YouTube and learn how to tie up a drop shot rig and how to go catch fish on a drop
Not
shot
an FG knot. I can't figure it out, no matter what.
I can't figure that one out.
I don't have the capacity.
I'm still stuck on a unity.
Been working on it.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Brandon.
But anyway, I just feel like people aren't. A lot of people now. I'm not putting a label on anybody, but I feel like a lot of people are not hungry enough
exactly
to have that desire to go spend 2 hours after you get off work in the afternoon. If you've only got 2 hours, guess what? Go to the lake because you'll learn something in that 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Spend every single moment you can possibly spend on the water because that's where experience comes from.
Great advice, man. And I'm not making fun of individuals either. I'm actually making fun of a group of people that are like this right now. And I'm not naming name or anything, but I mean it's we see it happening in bass fishing. It's like, where's the hunger? Look where Gary Klein started. You know what I'm saying? Look where even
Steve Kennedy. That bass tracker for years.
Thank you. You know, it's the hunger seems to be missing, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is.
There's a strong misconception in bass fishing too that you have to come from a rich family or have to be rich to get started. I've heard it so many times. You know, if I had the money, I could have done that. Dude, I don't come from a rich family. Absolutely not. Middle class at best. Money is just another thing that's thrown in your way that if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, that is a misconception. Our friend Seth Feider, he slept on more couches than Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, it's just a fact. It's the hunger, man. The Hunger Games. If you want it bad enough, it's going to happen. That was awesome, man. Pretty good insight right there. So, what I want to talk to you a little bit about. There's a fine line between, and I ask a lot of guys about this, there's a fine line between creative visualization and basically letting the fish tell you what to do. You know what I mean? It's like I know it happens to all of us. We know how we're going to catch them before we leave the house, but it doesn't always work. You know what I'm saying? So how do you tell, man? How do you tell? Do you know what I'm saying?
I guess the best way to answer that is to give an example. Last week at the Open at the Harris Chain, I had a tough practice. I had a really tough practice, and my family was traveling with me, some of my family, and I told them, I was like, I'm not worried about it. I've learned, this will be my 6th year on the Elite Series. I've learned that just because you have a tough practice does not mean we've all met the guy who wins practice.
Yeah.
That doesn't amount to a hill of freaking beans when it comes down to it. I'm just going to tell you.
Get a couple sponsor shots.
It's what you bring across the weigh-in stage. That's what matters.
Absolutely.
Just if I could give anybody a piece of advice, try not to get so dialed in practice, because a lot of times that will actually blind you when the tournament comes around. I had a tough practice, but I've learned in the state of Florida, if you can find an area that has some fish in it, get in there, settle down, and catch what's there. And that's what I did, and it just worked out.
Can we please remember that? Because that's one of the most amazing pieces of advice we've ever got on this show.
Yeah.
Try not to get too dialed in practice.
Seth says a similar thing.
Same deal.
Similar thing.
That is
Don't
awesome.
catch too many.
That is great.
Yeah.
It sounds simple, but it's an easy trap to get sucked into. But you kind of got to watch yourself on that one.
Does it have a lot to do with if you get too dialed in and then you go there and it changes, then you're spinning a lot more?
Exactly.
Is that the idea?
Yeah, you're like, what the heck's going on? And I heard somebody say, I think it was Gerald Swindle one time, I heard him say most of the time when stuff changes, it's something small. Everybody thinks it's always a drastic change, man. You hear people all the time, oh, I caught 18 pounds yesterday, the last day of practice, but I didn't catch squat there today. Well, chances are those fish were still there. Something small changed, and you just got to make those small adjustments. I've learned to try to get dialed in during the tournament. It always seems to go better.
There it is. Fish in the moment, dude, like we always hear, right?
Yeah.
I mean, boom, there it is. Hey, what the hell is wrong with these Florida bass? Why are they so weird? What's the deal with Florida bass? What's the deal with Florida bass? Why are they so weird?
I don't know, man. That's just the way they are. They are fickle. I'm telling you, if you get a cold night, they are going to be weird. It's just in their nature, just the way they are.
I mean, I watch a lot of Cops episodes too, and I think Florida's just weird, in general, basically.
Yeah.
But FLW is getting ready to go to Florida. Okay, Bass Pro Tour's in Florida now, and you guys kicked the year off in Florida. So let's talk some Florida fishing. You down with that?
I'm fine with that. Yes, sir.
So first off, we don't know why they're so weird. That was my number one question. But is it something like? Do you think they're similar in behavior to like northern strain smallmouth, like the far north smallies? Is there a comparison there?
The only comparison that I could really give between those, well, it's a pretty big comparison, really, is the fact that in Florida, it's very important to find clear water.
Gotcha.
Because those bass are very big on sight feeding. And northern smallmouth are a lot that same way. Northern smallmouth love sunshine. Florida largemouth loves sunshine. I mean, that's just, that's kind of just the way it is. And I feel like when you go to Florida, you're always looking for that clean water. The water's got a tannic look down there. It'll
Sure.
still be black looking, but you want it to be clean. If you drop a bait in it, you want to be able to see for 2 or 3 feet, at least 1.5 to 2 foot. If you can find that and you can find the right mix of vegetation, normally you can find the bass.
Is there a scientific reason for that? Is that something to do with their lateral line? Is it not as prominent as the northern strain largemouth?
I don't know. That's a little over my head there.
They're just
I'll be
weird.
honest.
We got to get Kim Stricker on here.
I need to channel the ghost of Doug Hannon on that
Yeah, Doug
question.
Hannon,
Is
yeah.
what I
Yep,
need to do.
that's right.
So I mean but then let's look at it this way. Like the transplants, like the Florida strains that you might see in other parts of the country, they're not as weird. So
No.
why is it just because they're in Florida or what? What is? I mean, I don't mean to keep ripping Florida. I love Florida. I live there, but I mean, what is it? Why?
I'd say it's got to do with climate and also the fact that when you say Florida largemouth that live in other parts of the country, one that comes to mind is right up the road from my house at Chickamauga.
Yeah.
And
Perfect
those bass have obviously crossed with the original Tennessee River largemouth. So there's a little bit of a crossbreed going on there, whatever you want to call it. And also the climate's different. I mean, those fish are used to having some cold weather every year. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how much a bass can remember, but I'm pretty sure he can remember if it got down to the water temperature got down to 37 in the wintertime as opposed to 57 in the wintertime in Florida.
Exactly.
So I mean, I guess I would say it's got to do with the change in climate and also the difference in the actual breed of the fish, probably.
There you go. Makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Now, when you go to fish derbies in Florida, do you change your tackle up as compared to, say, the tackle that you may use in other parts of the country? So what I mean by that is, like, let's say you may use if you're fishing like on chick or something, and you're on a square bill type bite or something, and you're throwing laydowns. You might use a different, maybe even a glass crankbait rod as compared to like a graphite crankbait rod that you may use in Florida because of the grass factor. Are you switching things up like that, or you use the same tackle everywhere?
Sometimes, yes. In Florida, like last week, I was catching some of my fish on a lipless crankbait, and I was ripping it through some fairly thick hydrilla. So I was throwing it on a 7.2 medium heavy graphite rod, which is a pretty stiff rod, to be. If I was just fishing open water with a trap, I'd probably throw it on a medium or maybe even a more parabolic graphite rod.
Right.
But down there in that thicker grass, I want something that I can rip it out of that grass with. And I was throwing it on 17-pound fluoro, where anywhere else in the country, I may throw it on 15.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I definitely beef it up a little bit down there for sure.
So there is a compromise, especially with a bait like a trap type or a lipless type bait. You might lose a few more fish because you don't have that softer rod or that parabolic rod, but you're not going to nearly get as many bites because you can't make the bait behave correctly.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
Are you going to beef up the hooks on that trap as well if you're going to a heavier rod?
Absolutely. Yeah, I always, just about any time, but especially in Florida, I'm going to change my hooks out on the trap to the Mustad KVD Elite trebles, the 2X short, or the 2X short and a 1X wire. It's got a 1x bigger wire, so you're not going to get that flex
Gotcha.
when you hook a great big fish.
So do you? And we always talk again about how, again, the weirdness in the Florida bass have a mind of their own. Do you think that are Florida bass migratory? Are they pretty much in those key areas, but when they want to shut down, they just shut down? Is that kind of what happens?
You know what? I don't think they migrate all that much. They may migrate with the seasons. Honestly, about every time I've ever spent a lot of time in Florida fishing, it's been this time of the year because it seems like we always go down there and we start this time of year.
You're a little biased.
We want to go to the warm weather. But, I feel like, what was the question? I'm sorry. I got completely sidetracked.
I saw that you had a little, that itch looked very cumbersome right there that you had.
I was thinking.
It completely erased your mind.
What was the original question? I'm sorry.
I believe.
Get back on.
Was it the alien save the world question?
Yes.
No.
Get back on track here in a second.
No. It was about the migrating. If the Florida bass migrated, or if they hunker down and just don't eat.
Yeah, they definitely hunker down and just don't eat. I mean, when you get a cold front and the water temperature drops 2 or 3 degrees, they just, I don't know, they just get in an ill mood. I've never really figured it out, but they do. And I feel like they get in this is how I try to attack Florida. They get in the thickest cover they can find. Like, I try to find a big, vast area that has some open spots and has some really thick stuff. If it gets cold, they're going to be in that thick stuff. If it gets warmer, they're going to be in some of those more open areas where they can feed easier. That's been my experience anyway.
Rule of thumb. Little Florida bass fishing breakdown with Brandon Lester. He knows a few things about Florida, that guy, I guess, apparently.
Seems to be so.
Hey, you guys have an amazing schedule coming up this year.
We do.
Oh, my God. I mean, dude, and it should be set up for some as the overused term slugfest. I mean, it should be coming at you. But I mean, you want to do a little breakdown? You want to go run down the derbs real quick and give us your input
absolutely.
on it? Well, first off, you guys are going to St. John River in Florida. All right, that's what, February 7th through 10th. I couldn't read my own writing. February 7th through 10th. How you feeling about St. John's?
I feel good about that one. Last time we were there, I actually led the event. After the first day, I caught a 9-4 on the first day. Ended up finishing 13th, which is not what I wanted, but that's a really good finish. I love that place. It's an awesome place. And from being in Florida last week, I kind of feel like I have a feel for what those fish are trying to do down there.
Gotcha.
And the weather's been really up and down. And looking at the long range forecast, knock on wood, it's looking like we're going to have some good weather next week. So I'm kind of itching to get back down there.
Somebody's excited.
I am.
Let's hope they're not the weird Florida bass that we see on cops.
I hope not.
They're not those ones. Then you're going to Lanier, Lake Lanier.
Yep.
Dude.
I've never been there. Looking forward to it. You know, I fished Smith Lake. Smith Lake is in Alabama. Is only about hour and a half, 2 hours from my house. I got some really good friends that live there. I fish there probably 4 or 5 times a year, just fun fishing if we don't have a tournament there. So, you know, I feel like I know a little bit about spotted bass, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting to Lanier because it's become a very, very good spotted bass fishery. Obviously, from what the FLW guys did there last year, I mean, they train wrecked them some big spotted bass. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Does that intrigue you when you go to lakes you see those on the schedule, or do you get excited about them? Lakes you have not been to before, like last year with Hawaii or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah,
Oahu.
Absolutely.
Honolulu.
Yeah, I love going to places I've never been. You know, because you don't have that history. Sometimes history is great and it can help you, but sometimes it can also hurt you. But I always love going to a brand new lake, brand new fresh start. I put my boat in, I turn my Lowrances on. I don't have any waypoints. That's always nice.
Get to it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Then the next stop, Hartwell. on the
Yep.
on the tour events, Hartwell, and that's
I
an
have.
amazing time too.
Yeah, that one should be really good. I've fished 2 events there. I fished my first classic there. That was the cold one where all the boats were sticking to the trailers.
Yeah.
And then I fished the classic there last year as well. So I've never been there that late in the year. I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well. It kind of sets up almost like some of my lakes around the house here that I grew up fishing in Tennessee. Deep, clear Highland reservoirs. The spotted bass are more prominent in Hartwell, but I feel like I've got a feel for. I've at least seen that whole lake now, and I feel like I know where I'm going to fish. I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well.
Now, what's up with this? I don't know anything about this lake, this Winya. Is that
Winya Bay.
Winya Bay? Winya Bay.
Yeah. It's a different animal.
I mean,
ain't
I've
gonna
seen the
lie to you.
derbies there. I mean, I've seen you guys fish there and stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't know. It doesn't like it. It's not one that really embeds in my mind as a cool place.
Yeah.
And again, that's just, I'm sure it could be awesome.
Right.
But
It is it's typical tidal. It's very vast. Last time Britt Myers won running over to the Cooper River.
yep.
Last time we were there, it's probably not my favorite on the schedule. I'll just be honest about it. But hey, it's all good. When I look at the schedule, I honestly try every year to not pick favorites and not pick ones that I dread, because the truth of the matter is somebody's going to win $100,000.
That's right.
Yeah.
And mark this out.
There's fish in all of them.
If you go, I feel like if you go into it, fishing is such a mental game. If you go into it not looking forward to it and all down and out, and bah humbug, then you're probably not going to catch them. So I try to look forward to all of them. So when we get back there, I didn't have a terrible event there last time we were there. So it definitely could have been better, but it could have been worse. So hopefully we'll improve on that one this time.
Yeah, that's the. I don't know. That's the one I would look like. Not that I'm anybody, but I would just look least forward to that one.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. But who cares?
You wouldn't do very
It's a
well.
great
Yeah, I would
place,
just do
so
shitty
it's
there.
a
Yeah, I already took myself out.
Beautiful part of the country.
But hey,
I'm not looking forward to it.
Mark it. That's the one that Brandon's gonna just knock out of the park.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So, and then I'm going to break down the rest of them, and I want you to tell me here which one of these you are looking most forward to fishing. So you guys will go to Lake Fork. Wow. Fort Gibson. Okay. You got Gunnersville. St. Lawrence and Cayuga. All world class, dude.
Yep.
It's a tough question. Pick your favorite one out of all that.
Dude, it's easy for me. I've become a sucker for those northern smallmouth. It's the St. Lawrence River.
Wow. Okay.
There is no doubt about it. That place is special. It gets better. It seems like every time bass goes back there, it gets better and better. I had a good event there last year, finished third. Actually, I'm sure anybody who watched the Bassmaster TV show saw me lost that big one.
Oh, yeah. It's a
you know,
heartbreaker.
I had a chance to win that tournament, and I'm hoping I can find that fish again and maybe get a little bit of redemption on that place this year.
A little redemption song, no doubt, man. No doubt. Oh, man. Yeah, and just an amazing schedule for BAS
Absolutely.
this year.
It is. It's a really good schedule.
And again,
I'm excited about it.
dude, with your momentum, I'm sure he's gonna do just fine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Hey,
That was one thing you said earlier. You said he's flying under the radar. If you stay as consistent as you are, you're not going to be under the radar very much longer.
yeah. How the hell
I
did
mean-
the Bass Pro Tour not invite you? What the hell is wrong with them?
Yeah. I don't know, buddy.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know the answer to that one. Sometimes flying under the radar and being the sort of quiet guy has its disadvantages, and maybe I just flew right up and under their radar. I don't know, but I will say this: I am very excited to be with Bass. I am very excited about this year, and I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead.
And basically the whole thing, man. And what I mean is, I'm glad you're at Bass. I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're where you are, because you're gonna kick ass. There's no doubt, man.
I hope so.
Hey,
I hope so.
you ever been on a game show before?
I have not. No.
Well, this is kind of a get to know Brandon Lester game show. Are you down for trying this?
Yeah, we can do it.
It can get crazy. I'm gonna give you fair warning.
Oh, here we go.
So it's kind of like let's pretend you were like on The Bachelor or something, but you're not gonna get beat up at the end of the. So basically you're on The Bachelor, and it's a get to know you thing. All right.
Okay.
So it's a bass fishing bachelor game.
All right.
All right. Why are you laughing?
I heard what you threw in there. That's good.
It's time to play. Let's get to know Brandon Lester on Stray Cast. I'm your host, Pat Remlick. Brandon, I'm going to give you a word or a phrase, and you tell us what Brandon Lester thinks about it. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Brandon, in your mind, it is impossible to listen to this song without getting pumped up. What's that song? To you.
Oh, Lord.
What's your jam, bro?
Traveler. Chris Stapleton.
Traveler by Chris Stapleton?
Yep.
There it is. Now we know. This is how we compile information on you guys, It's a secret bass fishing organization.
Yeah, so your interviews get better the more you're on the show.
Gotcha.
Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. What does that mean?
I know who said it, but I don't know his name. It was something to do with a war. I know that much.
Well, it could be, but the truth of it is when you get people coming in on your spots. When they're sight fishing you. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes.
Bent rod pattern.
Bent rod pattern.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you fire that Ishman Road tube at them. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It's your sure thing. It's your sure thing, Brandon Lester. What's your sure thing?
My sure thing.
Yeah, it's your sure thing, man.
We talking about fishing?
It's up to you. It's your game, bro.
Wacky worm.
Wacky worms is his thing.
No doubt. It'll get you a bite every time.
It's a sure thing. It's the old wacky.
Yep.
Here's a little one. Tell me what this means. A tungsten in the mat is worth 5 in the bush. What does that mean?
I don't know, but I love to flip a big tungsten in a mat. I can tell you that.
There you go. So, usually, you can get away with a day of mat flipping with pretty much one weight, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes if you're flipping bushes, you're going to need about 5 of them in your pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
A tungsten,
I'll give you that.
one tungsten in the mat is worth 5 in the bush.
Just so there's not a mudfish under the mat.
None of them shoe picks in there. We don't want that one. This movie flat out kicks ass. What movie is that?
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
There you go.
Love it. See how we're compiling? Boom.
Yep.
I'm sure glad this guy went to the Bass Pro Tour. Who's that?
I plead the fifth on that one. I am not doing that.
All right,
Nope.
You're only allowed one of those. You're only allowed one.
That's your mulligan.
Yes. These are my top 4 confidence baits.
4 confidence baits.
Top 4. I guess.
X-Zone Lures True Center Stick.
Gotcha.
X-Zone Lures Slammer.
The Slammer.
Yep.
Good one.
Half-ounce bladed jig. And a 1.5 square bill.
There you go. I'm almost right there with him. Pretty cool. If you had to eliminate, or let's say, if one type of line was being eliminated from the market, fluorocarbon, braid, or monofilament, which one would you be the least sad to see go?
Definitely be monofilament.
Definitely monofilament. I think everybody feels that way. But it still has
Can't live without the braid, can't live without the fluorocarbon. It'd have to be mono.
And that mono is such a small niche these days,
Yep.
It seems that way. It seems that way.
David Fritz would be upset. He
What's-
still likes mono.
The braid.
And braid.
And the braid. What's the best chatterbait trailer out there, in your opinion? Trailer.
There's a lot of answers for that question. I'm going to go with the Exxon Lures Finesse Muscleback Crawl.
Ooh, okay. Real good. The extra action you're going for.
Yep.
The woobity. So here's a tough one. I need you to think about this. The world of bass fishing is being threatened by extinction. It is in the hands of one angler to save the world of bass fishing. Okay? You can pick from any of the 3 leagues. It's okay. You can pick one angler. Now, it's all on this angler. But here's what happens. He launches his boat that day and the big motor doesn't start. Which angler could still save the bass fishing galaxy only using his trolling motor that day?
I'm going to say Mark Menendez.
Mark Menendez.
Wow.
Excellent choice. Wow. I did not expect that one.
Yep.
He's a hammer.
Only
bro.
because
Tough
he
fella.
has this whole Asian carp thing in Kentucky. He has taken it by the horns and gone with it. That dude can get stuff done.
Nice. That's
Awesome.
a legend, dude.
Awesome.
This item is always in my boat. It's always in my boat. What is it? It's always in your boat.
Life jacket.
Life jacket. Good answer. Excellent answer. Awesome. I was thinking cinnamon Pop-Tarts. Those are always in my boat. But
I was thinking gas.
No, I'm allergic to cinnamon.
all right, real quick off the top of your head. So is Seth Fighter. Remember that. Just real quick off the top of your head. How many casting rods do you own combinations and how many spinning rod combinations do you own? Rough number. Quick.
Casting 25, spinning 10.
Wow. Okay. That's a good ratio.
Good ratio.
That's a good
Yeah.
ratio. I'm 36-2 in favor of casting. 36-2.
2? You get another one?
Oh, no. The one broke. Sorry. So, all right. Here's the final one, man. When is balsa crankbaits? When are balsa crankbaits better than plastic crankbaits, in your opinion?
When the water is really, really cold or the fish are really, really pressured.
All right. Boom. There it is. I think we got to know a little bit more about Brandon Lester right there. Did he win?
Yeah.
I think he won.
He won.
Yeah,
He won.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got you a sticker.
Yes.
All right.
Stickers for everyone. They're here.
Yeah, maybe two.
Everywhere.
You
Yes.
stuck that to the screen.
That
man.
was
Look at
amazing. And look, it's
Holy
stuck.
crap.
It's the static electricity coming off the man on fire, Brandon Lester. If you could see our monitor right now, the sticker actually stuck right to you. It's your magnetic personality. That's amazing. Hey, man, I had a great time with you, dude. I hope you had fun too, man.
Absolutely, I did. I can't wait to come back on and hang out with y'all. This is fun.
Nice. You could come on every week too. We got a stack of people coming on every. I mean, you're going to be a regular now.
That's fine. I'm ready anytime.
What was your favorite part about tonight?
Probably the game show. That was pretty entertaining.
Well, thank you very much. Hey, what do you want to say to the Bass Fishing Galaxy before we get the hell out of here, bud? What do you want to say?
Man, just watch us on the Elite Series this year. It's going to be an amazing year. It's going to be awesome. You're going to see a lot of new faces, a lot of the same old faces that catch them everywhere we go, day in and day out. It's going to be an exciting year, so watch for us.
Awesome, and we're looking forward to watching your progress on the 2019 tour, man. So thanks again, dude. We appreciate the support, and thanks for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time.
Awesome. That
Thanks,
is
man.
Brandon Lester. Look out for him on the first swing there in Florida, the Florida boy. Hey, want to remind you, like and share the live Facebook feed. Okay, and then you got a chance to win $50 worth of Bavarni swim jigs. We're giving those away at the end of the show. And put the power poles down. It's coming. Gettys Brannon when we return.
Discover the magic of balsa. For decades, professional fishermen and the angling elite come to rely on the fish-catching performance of hand-carved custom balsa lures. PH Custom Lures by Phil Hunt have assembled the comprehensive line of custom balsa baits. The original Huntin' Pete, Bill Lowenstaller Bill, Wesley Strader's Ploppin' Pete, and the new Matt Heron Fudd, in addition to the entire family of PH Custom Lures, are just what you need to get that edge over the competition. Discover the magic of balsa today and visit phcustomlures.com. That's phcustomlures.com.
Hey guys, Micah Frazier here. I've got a bait from War Eagle. It's called the Screaming Eagle. You may think this is a small 1/4 ounce bait, but it's actually a 1/2 ounce. The Screaming Eagle has got weighted shank of the hook. It goes down into the shank, but it's hidden under the skirt, so you can maintain that compact size. War Eagle's born in the Ozarks and the deep, clear lakes. This is a great bait, deep, clear water, spotted bass, smallmouth. I mean, it's a fish catcher. Y'all check it out.
The swim jig technique is one of the most successful ways to put fish in the boat. Time in and time out, Brovani Baits swim jigs are just the right tool for the job. Beaming with quality, the Brovani swim jigs come in a myriad of colors, feature the best premium hooks and solid trailer keepers to give you, the serious bass angler, the confidence you need to accomplish your goal of putting more fish in the boat. So go to BrovaniBaits.com and start climbing the ladder to swim jig success.
Nothing stops your boat faster and holds it more securely than Power Pole shallow water anchors. Some folks hear Power Pole and think, oh man, I can't afford that. But did you know you can get the 8-foot Power Pole Sportsman 2 hydraulic anchor now with Sea Monster 2.0 pump and heavy duty hydraulic hose for just $1,295? It's got all the features Power Pole anchors are famous for, and a single Sportsman 2 will hold a bass boat up to 4,500 pounds. Go check it out at power-pole.com to find a dealer near you. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure.
It's my new thing. I just throw stray cast stickers
David Letterman?
randomly throughout the show. Stray cast stickers for you. From the Oprah of bass fishing.
He got another one.
I got another one to stick.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome. Oh, we're on the air? Welcome back.
Oh, hey.
Stray Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and this is the moment that I've been waiting for, and I think that you have been waiting for. And with that, world,
Let's do it.
I give to you the one and only Gettys Brannon. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Internet high five, Gettys. Internet high five. Yeah. Let's start correctly. Yes.
What did Ronnie say? As long as the elbows are showing, you hit.
Right.
That's it right there. Old Ronnie and Ryan Seacrest, that is. But dude, you, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, your official title is the publicist for the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. Is that correct?
Well, publicist, communications coordinator, whatever you want to call it. As long as we get these guys some great coverage throughout the year, I'll go with whatever you want to call it.
As long as the shoe fits, right?
That's exactly right.
As long as you're dancing with who brung you, is that basically?
I like the way you said that.
As we say, that's from the famous line, probably one of the best movies of all time. Amazing actors and actresses in that movie, and that is Bait Shop, starring Tommy Sanders and Mark Zona. It's a Dance with Who Brung You. Where that came from.
By the way, happy belated birthday to Mark Zona, our good friend.
Yes, yeah. He's old enough to get into the bars now, I guess. So let's I would like to tell the story of your BASS career through the eyes of your peers. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then when I'm done, you just correct any nonsense that may not be accurate. Are you cool with that? So
Hey, it's your show. I'm just here. Let's do it.
do you have anything? Are you comfortable right now? I mean, do you have anything to drink or like relax or anything or?
Oh man, I'm ready. It's about 9 o'clock Eastern time. had a little coffee. We're good to go.
Oh boy! All right, he's ready to go. So let's think about this. Humble beginnings. A hungry young man with eyes on starting an occupation in professional bass fishing. He comes along to the BASS organization, hungry and eager. That's Gettys Brannon. Starts off, they give him the gruntiest of grunt work to possibly do. Cleaning urinals, scrubbing grout in Jerry McInnes's office. The nastiest of nastiest work. But he passes. They see he's serious. You move on to doing the bass track. Handle a little bit of that task right there. You handle it swimmingly well. You move on. Start blogging. Doing lead stories. Get behind the camera. Now they see that you're here. You want to do this. They put you under the wings of a man named James Overstreet, the famous J.O. J.O. kind of tells you like it is. Sets you straight. Says, son, there's no learning curves at BASS. We're throwing you to the wolves. You're going to the wolves. No attaboys here. Ain't no attaboys. And you talk too much, boy. You talk too much. With that being said, James Overstreet took a Carhartt buff and bound and gagged Gettys Brannon. He was not seen for 2 months, and now he emerges as the publicist for the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. Geddes Brannon, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I would say a lot of that is correct. You know, we started out in humble beginnings, man. I went to the University of South Carolina. I was a senior at South Carolina when Jim Sexton and the gang over at Bass brought me on to hand out bass tracks. Actually, Ronnie was doing that at that time. I don't even remember what I was doing in particular. Like you said, it might have been taking out the trash or scrubbing urinals, whatever it might have been. But then I elevated to bass track after Ronnie took his studio job, which he's doing a great job at.
Nailing it.
You know, I've gotten to spend a lot of time with my boy J.O., and he's been a huge mentor. And man, if I heard enough, if I heard one too many times that I talk too much and need to listen more than I talk, I think that's the reason they thought maybe I should talk to everybody else. So, you know, J.O. really helped me out, and he taught me a lot that journalism school couldn't. When it comes to photography, when it comes to life, I don't know, man. There's a lot of things that you can learn from James Overstreet, but he's not the only one. You know, Steve Bowman and Jim Sexton and Dave Mercer, and you got to give a little love to the Z Train.
Yeah, you're surrounded by talent there. Absolutely, you're surrounded by talent. You said it. You got Davey Height. Okay, you got Dave Mercer,
Absolutely.
Mark Zona, Tommy Sanders, James Overstreet. Thank you. We do 1 Pepsi, 2 Pepsi, 3 Pepsi. Okay, he owes me 5 Pepsis. I mean, you got Jerry McInnes, for crying out loud. Let's even give Robbie Floyd props right now. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, for real, you are surrounded by talent and inspiration at Bass, dude. If you soak it in like a sponge, it seems like a no-brainer, right?
Well, you know, Pat, one thing I've learned in life is sometimes opportunities come in front of you, and that's not the best thing to jump after. And you don't need to just jump after the best thing that might seem at the time. And you always think the grass is greener on the other side. Sometimes if you stay patient and you wait and you're loyal to one company, a lot of times they see the growth, they mentor you, and they groom you into what they want you to be. And they let your leash be a little bit longer. So, you know, that's one thing that I've learned from Bass. Just staying loyal, not necessarily jumping at everything that comes at you. Yeah, it's just it's being there and doing what's asked of you.
Absolutely. And basically having to kick ass every time. Because if you're not going to, then why bother doing it?
That's exactly right. We have a great team, great work ethic that these guys have, man. They're always out there to beat the next guy. I mean, that's just how we are.
The world of bass fishing, the bass fishing industry is competitive not only in derbies but in the entire industry. It's cutthroat.
I would say so.
It's dog eat dog. It's worse than the mafia, for crying out loud.
It's gotten that way.
It's something. But dude, I mean, pretty cool deal. And I want to let's see how I can put this. 2019 is an amazing time to be involved in the bass fishing industry. And I guess how I could say it is BASS kind of got a good swift kick in the ass. Okay? It seemed like that's what happened. But here's what ultimately happened. You guys said, and you answered the call to action. And there is a marketing campaign right now that you guys have going on that is bar none, hands down, one of the most emotional as well as driving excitement and anticipation that I have seen in bass fishing in a long time. And it is, and I'm like, congratulations. That's good. That's good. And you guys, I mean, the big bass, big stage, big dreams. Dude, it's awesome.
It took a very large team to come up with those three key phrases. You know, bass is looking beyond tradition now, right?
Sure.
But all of us remember going to the mailbox and picking up that Bassmaster magazine and watching the old episodes with Bob Cobb. And you know, we just needed to connect with our grassroots, and we felt there was no other better way to do it. And the campaign has you know, it's done its job. I mean, and, you know, there's a lot of elements that are inside of that campaign. You know, each pillar, if you want to look at it like that, they all mean different things, and they all have a lot of meaning outside of just the words.
On this show, we call them the 3 power poles of
I like
BASS.
it.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a boat with 3 power poles?
No, but there could be, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Could
for
have
sure.
4.
You put one on the front.
It'd be like a Medusa. It'd be amazing, like a praying mantis with 4 legs. Do they
Yeah.
have 4 legs already?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry, Geddes. Anyway, the 3 power poles, big bass, big stage, big dreams. Boom.
Well, I mean, you know, if you want me to break those down a little bit for you,
I do.
let's
Yeah.
do it.
Absolutely. I want to hear about it.
I mean, let's just start with big dreams.
Okay.
You know, everyone in our organization at some point has had a dream of reaching that top level. Whether it was myself and Ronnie in college fishing,
Sure.
wanting to work with the best, whether that was Jake Whitaker coming up through the college ranks, or my former college fishing partner, Patrick Walters, making the Elite Series this year. But the nation, the high school, the college, nation championship gives you a chance to qualify for the elites. There's some great names that have come from that. I mean, and it goes all the way down to fantasy fishing. You can win a brand new boat just to sign up for fantasy fishing. That's what dreams are made of.
Exactly. That's a dream right there.
So, you know, and holding up those fish in front of a huge crowd, that's what a lot of anglers drive off of. So, you know, that was a big part of that whole big dream statement. All the anglers have had dreams. They remember, as I said, picking up that magazine when they were young. And, you know, it shows. We have 40 anglers under 40. 20% of our new field this year were college anglers.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's a heavy stat.
So, you know, there's a lot of things going on with, you know, I mean, and dreams can be what you want them to be. But, you know, taking it back to big bass, it doesn't necessarily just mean that we want to bring the biggest bass across the stage every single tournament, every day, catch the biggest bass in an 8-hour day, and come across weigh-in and show those off. That's not all that means. Bass is big. It's been here for 50 years.
It's history.
And it's history. And we're fishing, like I said, beyond tradition. And it's just the brand is a little bit of reinvigoration, if you would. And so that's where the term big bass came from.
Absolutely.
And you know, you can't forget about the third one. Last but not least, the biggest stage in bass fishing. I mean, this is the big stage. You've been to a classic. You've
Sure.
seen it. You've seen the arenas fill out. You've also been to the local venues where we have, you know, sometimes up to 30,000 people there, and we're bringing $2 to $4 million economic impact to these local host communities. And, you know, not only the stage is that physical, but metaphorically and statistically, the platforms, the fully integrated media platforms that Bass has, by the end of this year, are projected to reach 16 million people.
Wow.
16 million eyeballs. So
Holy cow.
we have everything from Bassmaster Radio, Bassmaster Live, you know, the Bassmasters TV show on ESPN2, and we're about to announce something really cool here in a few weeks that's really going to be a game changer.
You could announce it now if you want.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
fine.
We don't mind.
Oh, so you're not gonna?
No.
Oh, okay. I was kind of unclear.
Sorry.
I was a little
Sorry.
unclear.
Hey, you talk about Overstreet. You told me not to answer whatever I didn't need to. Remember, listen more than you talk.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. He taught me. That's outstanding, man. But I just want to say that the moment that I saw that campaign, it did what it was supposed to me as an individual. What I think it was supposed to. So, congratulations to you guys on that. I want to say that it's amazing. Amazing.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it, and like I said, it couldn't have been done without a great team, and the guys out of Arkansas with JM Associates. They're incredible. Their production work. I mean, did you see the Meet the Elite with Brett Pruitt?
Yeah.
Some of those, man, just incredible work. Incredible work.
Unbelievable. And just like, I mean, it's so simple, but just the kid going to the mailbox. I mean, there's so many of us out there that probably thought that kid is me, and that's why it's a home run. I mean, that's amazing because we are all that kid. Mm-hmm. That's the history, dude. That's the strength of the blue and gold right there. No doubt about it. No doubt. With this position that you have taken here, do you feel like you obviously you can put your money where your mouth is with fishing. You've caught a few in your day, okay? I mean, let's not forget about that. You fished what was it? The Cup in 15?
Yeah, the Forcewood Cup in 2015, and
you're
and
a
had a
college
great run
stud.
at the-
Yeah, I mean, you got it backed up. You got it backed up. But here's my question: since you have that background as an angler,
Mhm.
and you also have the background on the business side of it, talking writing, behind the camera, the blogs, the whole deal, okay? Bass track even, cleaning the urinals, the whole deal. You know the whole angle, okay? Does that give you an advantage? Or I think you may have even said it to be on both sides of the reporter's notebook. Does that
Absolutely.
give you? Does it give
being
you?
on both sides of the reporter's notebook is huge in bass fishing because there's so many stigmas and so many misconceptions. I mean, I can remember when I was at the University of South Carolina Journalism School when I told my professors I'm going fishing. They looked at me and they said, "Are you waiting for a bobber to go under?" I said, "No, actually, we're fishing for the national championship this weekend."
Right.
And the university president is the one that's handing us the check if we win it. And, Lord willing, that's what happened. And after that, it was helping people. It kind of gave me that internal motive to help others understand how big this industry is. I mean, when you talk the numbers, 143,000 that showed up at the Classic last year, that's no small number in any industry.
No.
So, when you look at it that way, and then you take it to the fishing experience side of things, and I can remember after that particular tournament, the national championship that we've referenced, I can remember doing some great, or what I thought were pretty good interviews. And I would look in the newspaper and I would say, ooh, this reporter doesn't know a difference between the DD-22 and a 22 rifle bullet. You know,
right.
it's like you have to explain to these folks what fishing is, what bass fishing is, and what it means to their community and what it means to their audience that they're reaching. And, you know, that's something that only comes with experience. You know, if you don't know how to fish or if you have not fished at a competitive level, it's hard to guide a reporter and give them the jargon that they need to resonate with their audience and with the people that they're reaching.
And that's a great point too, because I mean, a lot of people and you get it, I'm sure. And you know, what are those poles on the back of the boat? Are you know, or
ski poles?
Yeah. Are you going to eat those fish? You know, those kind.
That might be the most commonly asked question. What are those poles on the back of the boat?
Yeah. I know.
Number one question asked at a gas station. Yes.
It definitely is. I just usually say that it's a satellite system.
Yeah.
For the Nielsen network. I'm on the ratings board. That's what I say. Is there even such a thing as that anymore?
I don't know.
Nielsen ratings?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's what those poles are not on the back of the boat. And then do you eat those fish? And then I always say, I don't eat fish. If I'm going to eat them, I just go to Long John Silver's. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. That's my answer to that one right there. But no, it's both sides of the coin, man. But do you think that it can hurt you in a way, too? Is it better to be naive about certain things? Can you be too jaded because of what you may know about the inside of this industry?
That's where the public relations side of things comes in, Pat.
Okay.
I think, you know, learning about mass communications, being able to take a complex issue and breaking it down to where everybody can understand it. You know, when you go through journalism school or you go through any sort of writing school or any sort of journalism class in general, you learn to put it at like a 5th grade level. So in some ways, you know, there might be a few things that I have my mind set on that it doesn't come out right. But so far, the reporters that I have talked to and the ones that I plan on being beside this year, they are really understanding of it. And to give you another side of that is my communications partner here is a former, or as he calls it, a recovering journalist. So he sees what I don't in the industry, but I see what he doesn't in the industry. So it's one of those things where it's a healthy balance. And, you know, I don't know how much of jaded content we're going to get.
Well, I mean, sometimes that could be good, as weird as it may sound. Sometimes you have to have that, and I think about that one. You might know what I mean. But the whole deal is, I mean, it's cool to be able to see this campaign come to fruition from the embryonic stage, okay, let's say, to the full-grown adult that we have not yet seen. There's so much to come from BASS in 2019. That's how I feel about it.
There's a lot in the hopper, man, and we're really excited about it.
What's what part about your new position here are you the most nervous about? What are you the most nervous about?
Probably the game show type thing that you're going to ask me here in a minute. Man, I really,
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The nerve side of me when it comes to fishing, it's low because of the time that I've been able to spend in front of the camera and behind the camera. But there's definitely a little bit of difference when you're holding a fishing rod and talking to a TV camera than when you're just talking directly to the TV camera.
Sometimes you're like, what do I do with my hands? You know,
exactly.
It's like, and then there's the new. You notice that you got to do this. Like on what do they do on MLF? You have to do the heart.
Yeah.
On that, like that's what they do. And then that's a center point. See this? Boom, boom, boom. It's right there. See that? Straight cast 101 right there.
Just watch Marty Stone. He's got it.
Yeah.
we're open for any media tips that you have.
Oh, God, I got all kinds of ideas. I told you, I'm the guy that feeds the mayonnaise to the tuna fish, so it saves time making sandwiches. You know, that's me. I'm a thinker. I'm an idea man. Remember that. Geddes Brannon.
That's exactly right.
Remember that. Dude, one of the coolest people to me in the world is Brandon Cobb. Love that guy. Love that guy. And that old honey badger, old Tharp.
I like old Randall.
He's a pretty cool dude too. And of all the crazy shit that can happen in bass fishing, you go to China with these two guys. Like, what's up with that? How did that happen?
Man, a 13-hour flight and getting off the ground. And, of course, Randall, you know, he has it set up where he and Sarah are in a car in this Mercedes, right? You know, a nice-looking Mercedes. And they drive off, and our drivers pull up, and we're in this packed van full of all of our luggage, and Cobb and I can barely see. And it's an 8-hour drive to Shanghai where we were going. I don't even know if I said that right. But anyway, it was a long drive, and about halfway through the drive. So keep in mind this 13-hour flight straight onto the drive. We stop at something I guess you would call a rest area. And I said, what's going on? You know, I was trying to sleep, you know, trying to recover from having a cocktail or two on the plane. And I look up.
Just two.
And Brandon says, man, we're at a rest area. I said, hold on. A rest area? There's a restaurant there. He said, yeah, they got out to get dinner. And he said they didn't even invite us. So our whole adventure back to the hotel from Beijing was one of the highest points of the trip, because it was definitely a team building experience. Keep in mind, we didn't have a translator in the car with us at that time.
That's amazing.
And I don't know if you've seen videos of the way people drive in China, but instead of turn signals, they use a horn.
Yeah, like Mr. Magoo.
What was that?
Like Mr. Magoo. You know who that is?
It's terrible. I mean, so it was a scary yet fun experience. You know, and speaking on that, to see, and that was a very volatile time in our industry. That particular week was.
I remember.
But when you get there and you see the Toyota Tundras that are out there, and I'm not kidding you, they have bass emblems right on the side of them. And you see the banners flying, the BASS banners flying for this nation tournament that we went and covered.
Wow.
It shows how strong the BASS brand is, not only nationally, but internationally. And that, to me, spoke volumes. And, you know, this is a country where new sports are not always accepted. Of course, they have a lot different government regulations than we do.
Right.
And just to learn about how they use Bass's core values of conservation, and how they use Bass's core values of teaching younger kids how to fish. They were able to get that through the red state. I mean, how incredible is that? So it was a great experience. The food was terrible, though. I will tell you that.
You didn't get the fried wontons or the dumplings? What do you call those?
That's about the only thing I ate. Now Cobb, you talk about Cobb. He was over there eating beef stomach and pig intestine, all kinds of stuff.
He's probably the guy that got the pet monkey to keep on his shoulder too when he went there too, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have had a few pets walking around in those outdoor restaurants.
But dude, how awesome! That was the whole point of me bringing that up. The enthusiasm that was conveyed overseas too about BASS, the history of the blue and gold, man. That's how strong it is overseas, bro. Boom.
Overseas, man, 510,000 members strong, and it's just it's an incredible growing organization, and I am just beyond blessed to be a part of it.
And you project 16 million eyeballs, so 32 million eyeballs, or 16 million people, or 32 million eyeballs?
I see what you're trying to get me here. So you're just saying both eyeballs count?
Yeah. Well, let's hype it up. I like 32 million more than 16 million, so let's say 32 million eyeballs.
right now across all platforms, you're looking at 16 million impressions. So we really stepped up the game this year with more coverage on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Classic, ESPNU, and then, as I said, there will be a surprise in a few weeks. But speaking of coverage, if I may.
What?
If I may.
Yes, you may.
Let me tell you about what we have going on this week.
Come on.
Because my job is to tell y'all about Bass, not about me. So, Brandon Lester on earlier was fantastic.
He was great, right? I'm really happy he was on.
Man, he was incredible, and he's truly, really grown into his own. I mean, just what 5 top 5s in a row?
I know, right?
Incredible.
Serious.
That's unheard of. But tomorrow, from 9 to 1, we are debuting or bringing back what we call Bass Brawls. We're going to have Davey Height and Drew Cook, Mark Zona and Drew Benton. They're going to be going head-to-head all day tomorrow on Bassmaster.com. And then Friday we have Zona Live with Drew Benton and the one and only Z-Train. So
wow,
it's a full week of coverage.
Oh, dude, so wait a minute. Back up a second. So tomorrow is Bass Brawls?
Bass Brawls. It's a new thing for this year. I believe they tried it out in years past, but this is something that they're bringing back.
I remember. So who's the players tomorrow?
Davey Height, Drew Cook, Drew Benton, and Mark Zona.
Aha. And that's on Bassmaster.com. Starting at what time tomorrow?
It's going to be at 9 o'clock to 1 p.m.
9 to 1, Bassmaster.com.
Eastern time.
It's Bass and Brawls. There's no rules, right? I mean, it's a draw. It's a cage match to the blood, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, they're even saying that we're going to have belts to give out and everything else. I mean,
there it is.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Hey, Geddes, 3 words. Ratings, ratings, ratings. Sweeps week on Bassmaster.com. Boom. It's right there. Hey, so what do you say? You want to play a little game show?
Man, let's do it. Let's do it. I've been waiting on it all night.
Do you have a pen and pencil available by any chance?
Sure.
Okay, well let's make
pen
this
and
official.
pencil.
I need him to sign a pen and pencil. Yes.
A pen and
just in
pencil.
case.
A pen and get a piece of pen and pencil paper, okay? And pick a pike of Pepto Bismol pen papers. Get a pen and a paper.
All right, what you got?
Okay. Get ready for this. I need you to write these guys' names down.
Okay.
Mr. Davey Height. Mr. Davey Height.
Okay.
Mr. Marcus Aquarius Zona. It's his middle name. You never knew his middle name was Aquarius, did you?
I did not. I learned new things every time I watched the show.
Yeah, Al's a hippie. That's why he named Mark Aquarius. It's a true story I just made. It's a true story I just made up right there. Dave Mercer. Write Dave Mercer down.
What's Dave Mercer's middle name?
Zebediah.
That's right. I always forget.
James Douglas MacArthur Overstreet. Write that one down. Ronnie Giuseppe Moore. Ronnie Giuseppe Moore.
I feel like these middle names are going to come into play, so I'm having.
No, I'm totally just making shit up, honestly, on that. That's all I'm doing. And Tommy Theodosius Sanders. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. You got those written down. We're going to play a little game called Match 'em Up. So I'm going to give you a statement that could be partially true or just completely made up, or it's completely true. And you need to match them up with one of these iconic BASS icons. Let's call them. Iconic icons. Is that an oxymoron double entendre?
The Dream Team.
The Dream Teams. Okay. So here we go. Are you ready, Mr. Ginger Ninja? Let's play. Match 'em Up with Gettys Brannon on Stray Cats Outdoor Cartoon Television. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. Gettys? This particular gentleman turned down the leading role in the 1999 movie Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo because he would have missed the Bassmaster Classic if he would have taken this role?
99's too young for Ronnie, so it's definitely not Ronnie. I'd have to say Mark Zona.
Let me tell you one more time. Give him a buzzer. That was awful. It's horrible. So good. Okay. Gonna give you. Just relax. Relax, okay, Geddes? It's okay.
I'm
Relax.
having to lean forward so I can ride.
Relax. Okay. Thought he was gonna hit me for a second. Don't do that. This angler turned down the starring role in the 1999 movie Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo because he did not want to miss the 1999 Bassmaster Classic.
Oh, Davey High.
That's Davey High. Congrats. You got that one right.
Angler.
That's how you game show. That's how you game show. Boom. That's how we do it at Ashley Schaefer. Phew. Right there. Okay. This guy's Dungeon and Dragon name is Anaz the Terrible. Anaz the Terrible. It's his Dungeon and Dragon name. Anaz the Conqueror Terrible. It's his Dungeon and Dragon name. Anaz the Conqueror.
Zona?
Zona. There it is. Anaz.
Right.
That's Zona backwards.
Zona backwards.
It's Anaz the Conqueror. Okay. This guy actually got his job from Bass by lying to Jerry McInnes and telling him he spoke Japanese. Oh.
Dave Mercer.
Yeah, that is Dave.
Dave Mercer.
It is Dave Mercer. Who the hell's calling? Wait.
Got her.
Whoa. Who is this?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's a Rojas again. Hang up on Rojas. Gosh
Every
dang
time,
it.
man.
Every show.
He won't let it go.
Dang it, he's so excited about the Bass Pro Tour. We know
Yeah.
already. For crying out loud.
That was Mercer. The last one was Mercer.
Your Mercer. You got the
Yeah.
Mercer. Yeah, sorry.
That's correct.
Sorry that we were interrupted there. The nerve. This gentleman often cries himself to sleep, yelling, "Please stop the teleprompter in my head! Stop the teleprompter in my head!"
I don't know if Tommy would cry himself to sleep, and I'm not trying to say Ronnie would, but we're going Ronnie Moore.
That's the wrong answer.
It's Tommy Sanders.
It's Tommy Sanders. He actually has a teleprompter that constantly flashes in his head, and he doesn't know how to stop it, and he's been in therapy for years about it. Something he shared with me. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about it on the show. Sorry about that. Sorry, Tommy.
Boundaries, Pat.
Gotta learn. Gotta learn. This gentleman right here is actually a bot bionetically engineered by Ken Duke to preserve the history of professional bass fishing.
Ronnie Moore.
It's Ronnie Moore. That is exactly right. Good job. Good job. Now, the final one. It's the last one right here. This gentleman is said to play frisbee with manhole covers. Who's calling now? The hell is What the hell is Caller, you're on the line. Caller, who's calling? Where are you calling from?
I'm trying to find out where Mercer is. Sound like my brother needs a hand. Somebody's drunk.
Did I hear the one and only James Overstreet on the line, man?
What's up, J.O.?
Nah.
Is it true that you
What's
could play?
up?
Is it true you could play frisbee with manhole covers? Is that a true story?
I don't know about frisbee. I've handled a few, though.
Ring toss.
That's outstanding.
I
So,
can swing them around pretty good.
Hey, true story. We're going down the road one day. I get to spend a lot of time with Overstreet.
okay.
And you don't ever know what he's going to talk about, man. There might be a weed growing out of a sidewalk. And he's like, man, one time I owned this Roundup business. It's franchise, made a lot of money doing that. Beside it might be a pothole or a manhole. Man, me and my brother back in Arkansas one time owned a manhole company. Man, that was a good year. I mean, he's done everything.
You've done. Is that accurate, Jo?
Yeah, the manhole company is very accurate. That's what I was doing before I ever went to work for Bass. I owned a company that built storm drain manhole systems. Sure did.
Nice. So you could have made
Yeah,
they
they make great tornado shelters, by the
way. Safe rooms. That's awesome. What do you think of this guy here, Jo? He just knocked out and he won the game show with and the correct answer was James Overstreet, and he won with your answer. That's pretty amazing. It's full circle.
Yeah, he's heard that probably. No, my boy's doing good, man. I'm proud of it. Yeah, I think he's gonna make it, man.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of younger guys come in and work with our crew over the years, and you know, some stay for longer than others, but I think we're gonna keep Geddes.
Yeah, he come a long way, hasn't he?
Yeah, honestly, man, I mean, it's a tough crowd to work with, dude. I mean, there's just no way around it. I mean, he's probably about 25, 30 years younger than the majority of us. So, you know, he catches a lot of flack, if you know what I'm saying.
Give us a hazing story. What's the cruelest thing anyone's ever done to Geddes?
To Geddes?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you would have got with me a little earlier, I might could have got a piece of video to you that probably would have that rough. Person and I used to we used to wake Geddes up, you know, early, of course. Not time to go yet. and we would pound on his door in the hotel, and either that or he would give me a key to his room. In case he didn't get up.
Okay.
But he's got past that, though. He's doing good about getting up now. I don't know how many alarm clocks he's got, but we would pound on his door, man. He would, you know, I mean, loud. Mercer would just beat the crap out of this dude's door, and then he'd come to the door in his boxer shorts. We'd close the door, and of course, we had a video camera running the whole time. It's pretty good stuff, dude.
You didn't come to the door with some morning glory, did you?
No. I was scared from the tornado the night before in Mississippi.
Oh.
I mean, it was crazy. That was when we were at Ross Barnett. But see, Overstreet doesn't want to tell you the last Elite Series event of the year last year. He had on a box fan that was blowing in the New York frigid air on him in his own, you know, he gets that whole suite. They make me sleep on air mattresses, or did.
Okay.
Probably still get to. Well, he was in there. He didn't wake up for his alarm, and I walk in there. You know, Overstreet, like you said, they're 25, 30 years older than me, so you don't know what kind of health problems they got. I walk up, and I'm banging on the door, and he doesn't say anything, so I finally open it, because it's not like Overstreet not to wake up, and I touch him, and he's just cold to the touch. And I said,
shit.
Daggum, Overstreet's had a heart attack, passed out.
Oh, no.
So I shake him, and he finally wakes up. Man, you know, he prides himself on being the first one at the launch sometimes to take those photos. But, you know, they leave out that other side of things. But that's just part of being young, you know.
Thank God he wasn't dead. Could you imagine? Oh, my God. You would.
What would we do?
I don't know. I know I would be crushed. The whole bass fishing galaxy would be at a loss. And I don't know. I don't know what we would do. The iconic James Overstreet. Boom. Hey, J.O.
Hey, probably because I always tell them, say, look, man, if I'm not at the launch, y'all need to start checking the hospitals and the road ditches.
Oh, man. Hey, so tell me if this is a true story here. And Geddes shared this with me. He says that wherever you go, that you always ask celebrities for autographs, and you have a huge pile of autographs from celebrities throughout the country. Is that true? Is that true?
No, that's exactly the opposite of the truth. I'm not too big on the hero worship thing, man. I'm not an autograph guy.
Oh, you ain't a fanboy? I kind of saw you as a fanboy, J.O.
No, that's not me, dude. I have 2 autographs my entire life.
Okay.
I've been around a few famous people. I just never felt compelled to ask a dude to sign his autograph for me. I don't know.
Why are you blowing smoke at me, Geddes? You told me he asked everybody for his autograph.
It's two people.
No, he didn't say that. I'm making
who
shit
are
up.
the two?
You know that, James. So what autographs? Who you got?
Figure out when this got to be about me. I thought this was all supposed to be about Geddes.
Well, we got James Overstreet on the phone. I got a couple questions for you. So tell me the story about the autograph.
No, but I'm not an autograph dude, man.
I know.
I'll tell you what. I have 2 autographs. I do still have both of them. I've got Gail Sayers' autograph, running back from the Chicago Bears.
Love it. Yep.
And the other autograph I have Clint Eastwood's autograph.
Clint Eastwood's.
Those are 2 good ones to have,
I
man.
mean, come on. Can we get a studio audience round of applause for James Overstreet? Right there. That's a man's man. James Overstreet and Clint Eastwood. That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
I could see
No,
you.
I met him in a crazy place,
Clint
man.
Eastwood.
I could see you spit and chew on a dog's eyeball, just like Clint Eastwood.
I met Clint Eastwood. I met him 685 miles north of the Arctic Circle.
What?
In the service?
Yeah. I was above the Arctic Circle where I met him.
Wow. So he was there for some sort of deal for the service then, right?
No, he did them. It's a really bad movie. He shot called Firefox that they did all the Arctic scenes. He steals a Russian jet and a fighter jet, and he lands it on the Arctic. And it's all this kind of storyline.
Sounds
So
amazing.
they shot all the Arctic scenes when I was there, and I worked as for lack of a better term, they have a military term for it, but I was a military policeman in the service, and I worked as a bouncer as a part-time job at the NCO club, and I'm standing up at the desk, and in walks Clint Eastwood, man, and there he is, right there.
Freaking Clint Eastwood, man.
They stayed about a couple of weeks shooting their movie stuff there, and I met him several times actually.
So let's do a scenario here, and I'll leave you with this. You have 2 autographs in your collection. Your third one is going to be from Gettys Brannon. Now, how do you walk up to Geddes and ask him for an autograph? How do you, James Overstreet, walk up to Geddes and ask him for an autograph? Let me hear it.
I'd probably walk up to him in the media trailer and kick his chair. Get a sign this.
And it's really a bill. You're just getting him to sign a check. That's
hey,
all
you were
it is.
late the last 3 days. Need you to sign this official warning.
Hey,
he's great, dude. He's a great addition to our crew, and it's we're a close knit group, and most of us have worked together for years now, and he's fitting right in with us, man. He's doing a great job for us.
And we're pretty stoked for his position here too. We see good things coming from this. Absolutely, James Overstreet. Thanks for chiming in.
Thank you, Street. That was a surprise.
I'll see you next week, Geddes.
I'll see you at the Classic, J.O.
All right, brother, we'll be there.
Take care. That, ladies and gentlemen, is James Overstreet right there. You never know who's going to show up on Straight Cast Outdoor Cartoon Television. It's like a bass fishing talk show or something.
Yeah, he just happens to call when he answers the question.
He happened to know, right, then there was going to be a question about. He has ESPN, I think. I think James Overstreet has ESPN, like Special Powers, ESPN. ESPN2, and he even has the Ocho. He's got all the ESPN, all the brain power.
Yeah,
James
ESL.
Overstreet. Yes.
Too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, man, I'll tell you, it's been fun, man. I really sincerely mean that I am excited for this new 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series. I really am.
I think we all are, Pat. Man, we're really looking forward and not looking behind, and we're putting the pedal to the metal. We're going to do us and keep doing the things that we've done for 50 years. And man, we have some bright stars coming up, and we still have the legends like Rick Clunn and David Fritz and now Jay Yellis. I mean, and forgive me if I'm forgetting any, but it's a very
Virgil Ward. Actually, Virgil Ward will be fishing this year on the Elite Series.
Who was that?
No,
I didn't hear.
It's not Virgil Ward. I just said that. I'm glad about the legends. I really am. I mean, and I think it's a crucial part of the sport.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love Clun. Clun's my hero, dude.
I mean, look at our first stop, St. John's River.
I know.
We won last time we were there.
Exactly. So, I mean, let's hope we see some of that good stuff this year.
Yeah.
Coming out of it. I mean, and what? Two more things. There's so much I have, but we're kind of up against the clock. But, dude, I am so excited for this 2019 Bassmaster Classic. Probably going to be the biggest Bassmaster Classic in history. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but. And maybe that's not fair to say that, but it's setting up for a gigantic Bassmaster Classic. Tell me, dude. Talk to me about this BMC.
It's going to be incredible. You know, the Geico Bassmaster Classic, you know, and then we have the expo, of course, with Dick's Sporting Goods. The difference is this year from years past is everything is within walking distance of downtown Knoxville. So if you go to the launch, you can walk right up to the expo, go get involved with Get Hooked on Fishing, our kids' initiative, and get involved with all the cool things that are going on. And, you know, I really think it's going to be cool to weigh in at Thompson Bowling Arena and be around World's Fair Park. It's just all so inclusive almost. You know, it's a very good venue, very well selected. I think there's going to be a lot of fish caught. I think Brandon Lester might be a guy to watch out.
I know, right?
He's a Tennessee guy, and we're looking forward to that classic. You know, it's going to be hard to top, you know, Greenville's attendance last year, but that's what we strive for every year, is to get better and to do what Bass does, and that's keep climbing. And I tell you what, the Anderson group has really put the pedal down and is just they're doing an incredible job.
Absolutely. We call that hammer down in the hammer lane on straight
hammer
bass.
Down, that's right.
In the hammer lane. That's what that is right there, man. Dude, big year, man. And congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys are all doing a great job. The whole marketing campaign, the campaign is awesome.
Is that what we're calling it now?
The campaign. The 3 power pole tiers. Yes. It's amazing. I love it. And I'm not just, dude, I'm not blowing smoke.
You know, everyone be on the lookout for more Dream Big videos from numerous Elite Series anglers, lifestyle videos. You know, there's a ton of stuff coming out. And like I said, you know, these guys this year are really going to come out and show that there's no diluted field, man. It's going to be straight up slugfest when we hit the St. Johns River next week.
Slugorama.
Yep.
Boom. Hey, tomorrow, the Bass and Brawl, 9 a.m. on Bassmaster.com. The next day.
Here, let me get you the official matchups.
Yes, I like it.
All right, so Bass Brawl is tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And that is going to be Mark Zona and Drew Cook versus Drew Benton and Davey Height. I might have had the two Drews mixed up before. Okay. You can interact with the event, hashtag Bass Brawl. The second thing is, of course, we have Zona Live, a fan favorite, spinoff of Zona's Awesome Fishing Show. And you can actually win a ton of cool prizes through that. So I encourage all the fans to make sure to tune in Friday. And that's also going to be...
What time's that?
9 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
9 o'clock to 1. You know what? Zona Live is like a spin-off. So, like, for my generation, it was like, you know, like when Mork from Ork spun off of the Happy Days Fonzie show. You know what I mean? So he spun off of himself.
Right.
It was amazing. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's the Zona show, 9 to 1, Friday, Bassmaster.com. Then what?
Before it's the Bass Brawl. So
right.
Then Friday is the Zona Live show. But then today, Ronnie did a great shoot on fantasy fishing, letting you know who these new guys are, some of our fresh faces that are coming in, and you don't know who to pick. Those guys are on there telling you what their strengths, weaknesses, you know, where they feel great at, and where they feel like they're going to do a good job this year. So that's something I would encourage everybody to tune into.
Give me one name to watch.
Do you want to break that down into sections, or you just want the whole field?
I want your pick, like in your mind. Doesn't matter if it's biased or unbiased. Who's somebody to watch on the 2019 Bassmaster Elite Series? New guy.
All right, we'll go new guy. I think Patrick Walters.
Patrick Walters.
I'm biased, but my boy can catch him. Now, he's a heck of an angler. As long as he doesn't run the tides backwards at the St. Johns River, he'll probably weigh in a decent limit.
He'll do all right then.
I fished there. We got to the other side of Palatka, and I was like, man, the tides we're running the tides backwards, and we figured it out about halfway through the day. But that's
you're here to tell about it, thank God.
What was that?
I said you're here to tell about it, thank God.
That's exactly right. But
Still
I
being on
have
a
to
sandbar.
say now, veteran-wise, for the St. Johns River, man, you can't sleep on Cliff Prince.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean, he's going to be hard to beat out there.
Old Cliff Prince. There it is. Boom. Hey, man, thanks a lot, dude. And you're knocking it out so far. You're knocking it out.
I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's a good surprise visit from Overstreet. And, I appreciate yours and Ryan's time. I know your crew works hard at this. And we look forward to having a lot of Bassmaster Elite Series anglers on this year, and you can tell a lot more about them.
Absolutely, man. And we look forward to having some of the new guys that we don't know about just so I can learn. That's what it's all about. Constantly learning. Gettys Brannon, thank you so much for coming on this show, and best of luck with the continuing campaign.
Thank you, sir.
Boom. Gettys Brannon right there. Wow.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, bro. Another episode. Episode 3, Season 4 concludes.
Yeah.
Like that.
Section 2.4.
Subclause B.
Chapter 9.
Boom. It brings up right. I'm saying boom a lot. Like, why am I saying boom so much tonight?
I don't know.
Like, why is it because?
I don't know. You should lose it though.
No. Well, I think it's something that's happening in my brain. It's like because I think I was watching the BPT today, and then Chris Lane was always going pow.
Yeah.
Or no, that was on.
That was yesterday.
That was last night.
Yeah.
That I was watching it, and he was going pow. But
He
you know
said
what I
pow
like?
a couple times.
You know what I like? I'll tell you is that they're making.
You've been saying derbs a lot.
I say derbs a lot too. Something.
Everyone's
happened.
been talking about it.
They make Chris Lane wear like Spanx now, so his butt crack doesn't show, which I think was
I think you can take credit for that as well.
I did. I brought it to the forefront through Gary Klein. It was a direct something or other.
It's one of the best things you've done.
Well, thank you.
Get rid of the crack.
That is my milestone in bass fishing history. I actually was able to eliminate butt cracks on Major League Fishing.
Yeah, that's a big move, man.
So, dude, I'm going to tell you straight up.
Kids.
I enjoyed the Major League Fishing coverage, the Bass Pro Tour coverage.
Too.
I did. I mean,
a lot.
I'm first and foremost a bass fishing fan. It's no secret that I'm crazy about Bass Angler Sportsman Society, but I am a fan, and I enjoyed watching the Derbs today. We said it again.
Yeah, man. What's not? I mean, you're watching guys fish at a high level.
The new guy commentator.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Maybe an alien, though. I'm not 100% sure yet that one new guy.
He's got a nice voice.
He's got a great voice, and he's doing awesome. But his beard is just groomed a little.
It's a little too clean.
It's too groomed stubble.
That is one of my rules. Never trust a man with a too trimmed beard and too white of teeth.
Or ponytails.
Right.
Yes. Oh wait, I got it.
Yeah.
Somebody's calling. Who could this be?
Could that be the JPP?
We got a fish on the line. Oh my gosh, when you hear this, I think there's no mistaking. You ready, Rye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready, Rye? You ready?
I'm ready.
Kick
you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, from his high-rise deluxe apartment in the sky, we bring to you America's sweetheart, J.P. Hi!
What's up?
Yeah.
Is this
How's Senko?
Yeah.
Is this JP? Is this JP?
This is the voice of the bass fishing supermodel.
Nice, I can tell. It's pretty hot. How do I know it's really you, though?
Oh, it's really me. There's no other.
Okay. JP, we had a great time hanging out at the Chicagoland Sport and Outdoor Travel, working on your fitness show this past weekend, and it was fun to hang out with the Bravarni bunch. I mean, what a great bunch of guys. Not only do they make, and I say this sincerely, the best damn swim jig on the planet, but they're just awesome people.
Yep.
And with that,
Yeah,
go ahead, JP.
they also have a myriad of colors.
A myriad?
They have a
Yes,
myriad.
they do.
Heard that?
Yeah.
If you're serious about swim jigging and want to climb the ladder to swim jigging success,
You can climb the ladder.
you
to swim
climb
jig
that.
success.
It's one of the dumbest commercials I
The
ever
swim
wrote.
jig ladder.
Oh my gosh! But anyway, it's a part of history. It's part of Stray Cast history. JP,
You know why Dan Bravarni is a great guy? He doesn't trim his beard too nicely.
That's
That's
right.
how you can tell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know why
First thing you
Max
see.
is a great guy? Because he don't
'Cause he
trim
doesn't
his
cut
hair.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. JP, you want to give some Bravarni jigs away in honor of the Bravarni family and their amazing line of products?
Oh, hell yeah, you know I do. You know I do.
You sound surprised.
So you chose a winner already, right? We got a winner for this?
We got a winner. First, I want to say, we're getting the music already?
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you go.
Let's do the winner.
Okay.
Go ahead.
JP.
I'm not going to lie. First random name generator
Who we got? You're killing me.
was one of those Ice Live guys.
Are you shitting me? Which one of them won?
So you knocked him out.
It was Barry the Candlestick Maker, friends with that big head dude.
Barry the Candlestick Maker.
Has been
I
disqualified.
love this. That's phenomenal. And you swear to God, because I can get in trouble from the Federal Communications Company System Incorporated, that is completely done on a randomizer.
It is. And then I redid it because we're not giving it to him.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Barry.
He gets enough free shit.
That's true.
It's true.
Damn producers.
And the next name that came up is longtime listener Dave Lorenzen.
Dave Lorenzen.
Dave Lorenzenston.
Dave Lorenzen.
Yes.
Yes.
He is actually from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and he was the inspiration for Billy Joel's Allentown song.
Is that true?
That's right. That's what I read. I read that on Wikipedia.
That is absolutely not
Everything
even
on
true.
Wikipedia is true.
It's not even true, and I don't even know. I know. I don't know where
Dave
was.
Lorenzen.
Where's he from?
You
really?
won Bravarni jigs.
Acapulco, New Mexico.
I don't know, but he's been on the chat.
Dave's awesome.
And his profile picture is a can of hams, so I like him.
That dude's awesome.
Yeah.
That's Dave Lorenzen. You are the winner of the Bravarni Swim Jig Package. Compliments of Dan Bravarni and the Bravarni Bunch. Phenomenal. The best damn swim jigs in the galaxy. BravarniBaits.com. Thank you. Boom. Hey, I think that about wraps it up. What do you think, JP High?
Oh, it was an awesome show, man. Sorry I couldn't be there. It's cold out.
Well, JP High, I am now going to take off my headphones and shut my microphone off, and I would like you, for the first time in Straycast history, to send us out. And remember, we're off next week. We return in 2 weeks. I'm Pat Renwick. Peace. I give you JP High right now, Bass Galaxy.
Yo. Thanks for joining tonight. This is Stray Cast, the madness of a bass fishing talk show. Come back in 2 weeks. We'll be here. Peace.
Unbelievable.
Out. Fantastic.
JP High.